Hey guys, before we get into the HyperForce thing, I wanted to give you guys the heads up. I tweeted about it, but I didn't include it in this one because, come on, you know me. Inside the Actor Studio did an interview with Malika, the GM. Just, what's it like meeting these actors? What's it like GMing a Power Ranger thing? I mean, it's really cool, and listen to it from her standpoint as the GM. Check out the links below. It's from Inside the Actor Studio. Thank you so much. Give them some love on a podcast with Malika, because we love HyperForce. If they love HyperForce, we love them. So go give them some love, and let's get into the episode 18 wrap up. What's up, guys? This is Ranger Liz, and oh my goodness, HyperForce last night. HyperForce, hyperventilate, hyper hyped. Hashtag all caps, no spaces, hyped for HyperForce. I did a quick video. It was like 5 minutes, and it just went over all the news. So if you guys are just wanting like, hey, just the news, check out that other video, because I didn't want to take away from the episode itself, because the episode was also very, very good. So this is what we're gonna go over in the episode, or this right now is the episode. The other video was all of the news, although I'm sure I'm gonna mention the news at some point, because it's the Shattered Grid. It's the Shattered Grid. So, when last we left our hero, see, I didn't, sorry, I did not put out a HyperForce video for the last episode. I couldn't watch it live. I really didn't have a chance. I was, in fact, finishing it 20 minutes before last night's episode happened. So, I'm sorry that I did not get an episode review of it up. I was just really burnt out. To be honest, I was just super burnt out, and I just couldn't do it. But I got my hype back. I got to watch all the amazing stuff with the Vengex and with all of Vesper's siblings. It was really cool, and it was really nice, because I've been writing like 7 pages of notes for every episode, and it's just got a bit too much. Last night I only took 1.5 pages of episode notes, and it was just a little bit more enjoyable. Because if I can't have fun, if I'm not enjoying it, then I can't get that to you on camera. Like, you can, if I don't like it, you're gonna be able to tell. So I had to be able to enjoy it more, and so I cut out quite a bit of notes. So this might be a little more off the noggin. We're doomed. All right, we did have a guest. So Yoshi was not there. We had Mr. Cameron Geob, who played Orion, the Silver Super Mega Force Ranger. He had the awesome, because they had the Ranger Force keys. If maybe you weren't as familiar with Super Mega Force, they're the ones. They had all of the Ranger keys from all the past powers, put it in their morpher, and they unlocked the suits and the abilities of former Rangers. So that's what he has. However, they had to make sure they found him when it wasn't going to screw up most of the timeline. So they had to go find him basically after he got his powers, but before he found Earth, the Rangers, and everything else. They had to go there because they learned from this janitor, and this was, I think, the episode past, who was a huge Alliance sympathizer and nut job, basically said they were going to get the Armada, and that was going to be step 4. Step 3 was the absorption, which we just had, so step 4 is the Armada. 2014, that was Super Mega Force, or Mega Force. You know what? It's in the same timeline. It's in the same general area. It's the Armada. This was the piece to... if they would have included, if everything that the HyperForce Rangers did for the Legendary Battle was somewhat in it, it was amazing. It was amazing. And I said, I'm going to jump around. The Rangers ended up fighting in the Legendary Battle. What? I don't know if that was meant to happen. I mean, maybe, but the Rangers are like, no, we're going down to fight. So they're like, well, you can't go down there and fight. I mean, could the Rangers, they're in HyperForce. They're not supposed to exist yet. They're like, you can't go down there. You are not a normal looking Ranger. To which Eddie says, there's gonna be Rangers there people don't recognize anyway. What's the difference? To be continued. Shh, be very quiet. I think she went back to sleep. So the Rangers are fighting. okay, let's try this again. So they're fighting in the legendary battle, and it just brought so much more to the table. It was amazing. We had things like Marv ran off because he thought he was going to help Dr. O because he heard the voice, and it ended up being the Green Samurai Ranger because in that episode they used Jason David Frank for the ADR for that Ranger. They addressed a few things like this. They had Chloe help out Marv and Orion, not Marv and Orion, Orion and Troy, mixing up my Red Rangers. Orion and Troy, whenever they were fighting, Emperor Mavro. Oh wow, Mavro and Marv. No wonder why I was getting everything confused. There was just a lot of things that they added to it, like when Orion, it cuts to him and he knocked out like 12 grinders. Well, it was like the HyperForce Rangers in the back were like also, trying to help out. It was very, very cool. Eddie got to do a basically a forever blue awesome like finisher. He's like, I'm gonna take all these blue rangers and it was like a wave of 5 putties or something, or grinders gonna be putties, but he's just like, and we boom boom boom, we all go through, and he just, explosions, just blue explosions. I would love to see like a forever blue, but at this point there's been so, you thought it would, man, it's tough to get all those 10 Rangers back for Forever Red. I can imagine what Forever Blue would be like, but just the logistics of it. But the legendary, it was great remembering this fight footage, remembering the feeling of seeing these, just every Ranger battling, even Rangers that aren't really Rangers, all battling. It was a really cool way to see it. So looking back to, like everything else that happened in the episode, we did get some good stuff from Eddie. He basically just kind of broke down. He was talking to Marv, and he's like, Marv, he's like, you and Jack have a thing, you and Chloe have a thing. He kind of has Vesper, but they broke up. Well, they were really together, but they broke up. And, he's like, Vesper and Chloe, they have their stuff. He just feels really left out. And it's completely believable, Marv, especially with his brother Joe being back, it's easy to think that, Eddie just feels really left out. And I'm glad that he got it out, and I hope, still, with the fiance, him leaving, I feel like, with him and Jack, I still want more. Although Jack in the episode that I didn't do the review on, you did get a lot about him, his office, and kind of closing the door on that chapter of his life, which ended so suddenly. It gave you a bit more backstory and, on him. Is he a bachelor forever? Was he ever married? I don't know. So Orion has the morpher, and he morphed once when he first got it, but he didn't really know what to do with it per se afterwards. It was kind of neat watching him get to morph. They did use the morph footage from the show, which was really cool. They explained exactly how he got his ship. Now, in the show, Super Mega Force, they showed, I shot it down, and then I repaired the ship, and I flew to chase down the Armada, and so he ended up at Earth. But it was actually the HyperForce Rangers who helped him take down a ship, and, they used their technology to fix the ship, and they just gave it to him, and they were like, shh, don't tell him. He's like, no, it's cool, I'll tell him that I knocked it down myself, and I fixed it, and yeah, with a bow, or a large sling, or maybe a very large slingshot. They did manage to take one down. There was a pack of 3. They took one down. They got the pilot and they left, and they basically were like, we gotta take this ship before everyone else comes back. Now they're trying to fix the ship, but there's also something with the ship, and that is the Vengeance virus. They were wanting to spread, this is Vesper's idea, wanting to try to spread the Vengeance virus to the Armada before the Alliance leader can get to them. See, they were tipped off that that's what the Alliance leader was going to do, but they weren't there yet. Like, they beat them to the punch. So, like, okay, how do we take out this armada? Or at least maybe stop Venjix from, or stop the Alliance leader from potentially getting some of these ships. So Vesper ends up, it came down to, like, they had to manually upload the virus, and so, because Vesper put the virus in one and thought it would just spread like it normally does, but for some reason they had to actually go and manually install this virus, which they did, which was really helpful because I believe it was Scorpina and I can't remember who else, maybe not Goldar, I can't remember who else it was, but they flew off with the ships, but thanks to the Venjix virus, which they did manage to get in it, the ships did not go very far, and the Alliance leader was out an armada. And they gotta go help with the legendary battle. It was really fun. Oh, Volcanos was the other one, Scorpina and Volcanos. I was trying to say Goldar, but I'm like, I know it's not Goldar. Volcanos. We did get a official-ish response. It's from Melissa Flores, I believe is her last name. Works for Saban. She said that, you know, as far as people saying that, like, HyperForce isn't canon, it is. It's canon to itself, or as she would say, it's canon as in the show is canon to itself, and the comics are canon to themselves, where they have the same basic characters, but things aren't always quite the same. So, but HyperForce is just as canon as the comics. So take that if you didn't think they were. Well, if you probably didn't really like the show, you wouldn't be watching this. Meh. I've been smiling. I really enjoyed it. I'm counting down until the next episode on Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rambling and what I thought of it and all of the amazing news. And I will see you guys, if I don't get anything posted Thursday for some reason, I will see you Friday at the Ranger Weekend Review and the Toku Weekend Review. Have a great day, guys. I will see you later.